All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. So excited to have you here today. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So as any recently engaged woman does, this ring has become my entire personality. So today we're going to talk about wedding planning, what I have been able to get done in the first month of my engagement, what I haven't, any tips or tricks that I've learned, because I know for me personally, I kind of just jumped into the deep end of this and had no idea at all what I was doing or how anything worked, really. So I was kind of just figuring it out. That's not to say I didn't have people around me who could help. I definitely did. I just felt like I needed to do this heavy lifting and get this, like, the difficult stuff done and then let people help with the fun stuff, which really is so backwards, but I can't explain the way my mind works. It is what it is. But before we can get into any of that, this is your reminder to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It really does help me out a ton. Without any further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, so first things first, I think it needs to be stated that there are two types of people. There are the people who get engaged and are very much unconcerned with actually getting married, whether that be because they're saving up or they're just not in a rush, whatever the reason may be, they are just chilling, not a worry in the world. I could not be further away from whatever that is. I got engaged on New Year's Eve, and by January 4th, I think I had 7 or 8 venues scheduled to be toured. So I wasted no time. I cannot wait to marry this man. I would do it tomorrow if I could have planned it that quickly. Which in all reality, I think it's completely doable. I'm going to talk to you guys about everything that I got done in January. I think I'm going to post these maybe monthly and just kind of go over what I got done in that month. Maybe more often if something super exciting happens or if you guys really like this, but that is kind of my plan now. Mostly, one, because I want to document it. This is a very exciting time in my life, so I just kind of want to have these memories to look back on. And two, maybe I can kind of help create a roadmap, because I truly had no idea what I was doing or like what needed to happen at all. I definitely just was winging it, and it has come together pretty well, pretty nicely, if I say so myself. So yeah, hopefully if you are also planning a wedding, this can help you have an idea of what you might be able to do. If you are somebody who's trying to plan a short engagement, let this be some peace to know that it is absolutely possible. I thought I was crazy for how fast I was trying to plan this wedding, but it's totally doable. I am absolutely thrilled. Okay, so first thing first, the venue. I knew that until we had the venue booked, everything else was going to be kind of up in the air, because the venue is the heart of your wedding. I mean, every decoration, the vibe, every single thing is going to be centered. Your budget, everything is going to be centered around the venue. So that was absolutely the first thing I did. Probably the day after the engagement, I was messaging people, scheduling various venues around our area, just kind of getting an idea of what we liked and also what was within our budget, because that was another thing that I had a hard time with, was putting together a budget. Now this is going to look different for everyone, because you might have people who are helping you and they are like, this is how much I can help you with, or you might know exactly how much you have to spend. For me, it was a little bit more flexible than that, which is not a good thing. Wouldn't recommend that. I was really very much waiting until we found a venue to decide on a budget. I knew kind of what was going to be reasonable, like what a reasonable price for that was going to be. But until I had that price, I was like, how are you supposed to put together a budget? I'm pretty useless. I really winged it on that. And I will say we have been very blessed. Whatever imaginary budget I had in my head, we're definitely well under it. Now, this is another area where if you are trying to plan a fast engagement, you can get hung up here, because depending on where you live, the venues in your area might not be available. Thankfully for me, I live in a smaller area. It's not very populated. So the venues here had completely open availability for the date that we were looking at. But that is something to keep in mind. If you live in a big city or something of that nature, you might want to jump on the venue sooner rather than later. I mean, I would recommend getting that done ASAP, just because it's so much peace of mind knowing that that part is done. But yeah, we are very blessed with where we live. I have seen horror stories of people who live in big cities and their dream venue isn't available until 2027 probably at this point, and I just could not imagine. Okay, so after the venue, I think my fiance and I both agree that the next most important budget item was going to be our photographer, because I also wanted a videographer. So it was very important to me that whoever we hired was able to give us both for a reasonable price. Now, this is going to be something that's more expensive. Wedding photography is not cheap. But I heard someone say that it's the only tangible thing that you walk away with from your wedding day. You know, you have your memories and your marriage and everything, but this is the physical stuff that you can hold and rewatch and relive. And for me, that is something that is so important. I mean, I make videos. It is my hobby. I love doing stuff like this. So obviously having a videographer at the wedding is incredibly, incredibly important to me. And I met with 3 or 4 photographer, videographer duos in January, and we did find one and signed a contract with her, and I'm so excited. I swear it was serendipitous. I don't want to go into too much detail because this is still the internet and we have to have some boundaries here, but it just worked out so well. But if I had to give any advice, I would say budgeting for the venue and the photographer, and if you want a videographer as well, those are going to be 2 of your highest ticket items. Florals as well. I'm going to share probably in a different video how we are going to be kind of DIYing that aspect to hopefully save some money on that. But those are definitely, as of right now, the 2 most expensive things that we have gotten for the wedding. Okay, so next would be food. Personally, I just was not very picky about this. There are some venues that provide food, ours does not. This is pretty much up to my fiance. I think that we are looking at doing like a food truck or something like that, because I just love that idea. I think it would be so fun, so interactive. We're having a very small, intimate wedding, pretty much just family, and it is just family. So I just think that would be very intimate, very fun, very informal. And so my fiance is pretty much taking care of that. And I do think that we have a tasting coming up here soon for one particular one that we are looking at. But food trucks are definitely a cheaper option, especially if you are having a smaller wedding. Other than that, see what your venue offers, because like I said, some venues do offer in-house catering, all of that. We actually did tour a venue that would have charged us $1,500 to bring in the food truck and not use their catering. So that was one reason why we did not go with that particular venue. So there are some strange stipulations sometimes, so make sure that you are asking while you are touring all of these questions, because you just never know. There are some weird rules out there, I will say. So one of the more fun things that I got to do this month was put together my bridesmaid proposal boxes. I will insert clips of those here, but I did a box for my bridesmaids, and it had like a silky get ready robe, some hair clips in it, some sunglasses, a scrunchie, and a little card that said like, will you be my bridesmaid, that sort of thing. So they were super, super cute. And then I also did the same thing for my flower girls, little robe. They had sunglasses, hair clips, that kind of stuff. When it comes to the bridesmaid proposal boxes and stuff, you don't even have to do that. I really wanted to My love language is gift giving. I love gift giving, hosting, that kind of thing. It is absolutely my thing. So this was a huge thing that I wanted to do, but one piece of advice is don't overthink it. I spent hours on Pinterest and Amazon plotting and scheming how to put the most perfect box together, and I almost didn't have them ready in time because of how much time I was spending trying to like put them together and perfect them. So I would just say, like, don't overthink it. It really is the thought that counts. And this is supposed to be fun. That was something that I had to keep reminding myself anytime I started feeling like stressed about this is supposed to be fun. You're getting married. This is supposed to be the most exciting time of your life. So don't let stresses over dumb things get in the way of that. And then the final thing that we got done in January was our engagement shoot. My best friend came and did them, and the pictures turned out so incredible. If you have me on Instagram, then you already saw them. They are so beautiful. I mean, they are perfect. So since we had gotten those done, we were able to order our save the dates, which did arrive. I will probably talk more about that in the next video because I am still waiting on a couple of things for that. But I have so many fun plans for the save the dates. They're gonna be so cute. And I'll tell you guys more details about that, like where I ordered them from, cost, what you can expect, that kind of thing. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I essentially just wanted to talk to you guys about how I got the ball rolling. Because I'm not even gonna lie, if you couldn't tell, I'm type A. If getting all of that done in the first month of being engaged doesn't scream type A, I don't know what does, but I had a full breakdown on probably January 4th. So if you're keeping track, that's 4 days of being engaged, because I was like, how do you plan a wedding? I can't do it. It had only been 4 days. So that was psychotic of me. But looking back on that from today, which it's February 12th today, it's just incredible how fast everything came together and the pieces just meshed so nicely and so beautifully. So if you are newly engaged and feeling stressed out about wedding planning, I really hope that this helped you, because I know that I was so overwhelmed those first few weeks, but I swear, I just felt it in my gut that once we had the venue booked, things would start falling into place, and that couldn't have been more true. So I'm telling you, just focus your energy on the venue. Get your venue, find your venue, and that can also be pretty stressful because venues are expensive. They're not cheap. And so if you're having this battle of wanting a wedding but not being able to afford it, and so you keep pushing it back so that you can save, you might have to have like a real conversation with yourself of like what's more important, having the party or having the marriage. Because I did that, because I had to do that. I had a couple venues that I really liked, but they were just a little bit out of the budget. And at the end of the day, what's more important to me is marrying the love of my life. So for me, that was the right decision, but it's also, you know, it's your wedding day, and it is one of the most important, most special days of your entire life. So if you want to save and wait, then save and wait. You have to do whatever is right for you. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to update you guys some more next month and take you guys along on this journey with me. It's gonna be a blast. And thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.